the Full Metal the first time around. And it's when she goes to visit Ed in Central, the first Bury the Chopper episode, and she sees this big truck outside. She goes, "It's one of those new refrigerated trucks." I don't know why, I just think that it's really silly and fun. Because otherwise she says lots of goofy, crazy things about how Edward's the size of a bean and things like that. But that truck line is so weird. I really like it. Haruhi, my favorite line of Haruhi's is, "No. No way. No way in hell, senpai." So it's a series of lines. But I really like it because it's like, "Yes, you tell him." That, and I don't remember the line exactly, but when she stands up for Kyoya in like episode 25 or 6, she stands up to his father and talks about how amazing she thinks he is. And not just because I'm a huge Kyoya fangirl, but it's just such a wonderful moment for her to say, "I'm not afraid of you, and I don't care that you have money. You can't treat my friends that way." And I thought that was really awesome. So, yes.
What twin do you prefer? Please choose. We have a score to settle.
Oh.
We do.
Is this a what? Oh. Okay, it's hard because I'm also the director. So I have affection for each of the characters for different reasons, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love how Kaoru is the voice of reason, and Hikaru is a spaz. And,
Thanks, bro.
well, when it comes to girls anyway. But, I don't know. If I had to choose, like, if Haruhi had to be with a twin, then I think that she's probably more suited towards Hikaru than Kaoru. But I don't know.
For your corner.
I could be bent by some things that Greg Ayres, the voice of Kaoru, tells me that he feels about his character. And I've heard him say those things so many times, and I'm like, yeah, I think you're right. So, I don't know. Basically, he's not so sure that Kaoru likes ladies.
Finally! You are the gay twin, aren't you?
I don't know. My next goal as a voice actor, what a cool question. I'd say just to branch out some more outside of anime. I got the gig at Funimation while I was still in college. I still had a semester to go, and within months of graduation I had my first lead role, and then after that Full Metal. And it doesn't mean that I worked steadily that entire time. That's really amazing for an actor to do that. But from the moment I graduated until now, I've been working, and Funimation has kept me busy enough and paid my bills enough between acting and directing, but I never looked for voice work outside of it. And other things that I've done, like video games or dubbing for other studios, just came through connections that I made at Funimation. So now that I'm home and from Spain and not directing anymore, anime is not going to be enough to pay the bills, so I'm looking forward to finally doing the stuff that I should have done years ago, that I advised all of you guys, like, what should you do? Get an agent. I actually don't have one. So it's absolutely the best thing to do, so I guess my next goal is to do that and just kind of develop some things outside of the anime world. Yes. Yeah.
I was pretty sure, but I could be wrong, that you were going to be in the second season of Black Butler.
Yes, I play Hannah Anna Fellows in Black Butler Season 2.
No!
Oh my gosh, so stoked. I'm so excited. When they did Season 1, they had the auditions, and I was about to go to Spain within a month or 2 months, maybe less. And I'm like, oh my gosh, really? A show full of British accents, and I don't get to be in it because I was moving. And at that time, we didn't know how often I would be able to come back, and we didn't even plan to stay in Spain. We thought we were going to Spain, and then we were going to move to Japan or some other place. So it was like I couldn't audition for anything. And Ian, the director, told me that all the time while he was doing Season 1, he would ask other directors, I need a girl with a British accent, and they'd all say, too bad Caitlin moved away, too bad Caitlin moved away. So when Season 2 came around, I still was living in Spain, but I had come home to visit. This was just earlier in the year, February or March, and they said, we're doing this show, it's only this many episodes, so if you audition and if you are cast, we could record it in 2 sessions, at 2 days. Because she's an important character, but she doesn't talk very much. So that's what we did. I auditioned and they cast me, and while I was home we did half of it, and then since I've moved back we did the other half, and we still have a little bit more to do. I have some singing to do. So I'm so excited. I love it. I love it, I love it. Usually when I get to play someone with a British accent, they don't talk very much. And again, Hannah doesn't talk very much, but she does have episodes with like monologues. And I just get into it. You can really lose yourself in a character when their accent is different from yours. So I'm thrilled, and it's beautiful and dark and weird. And it's cool. It's really cool. And the rest of the cast are awesome, and you're really going to love it. I'm very excited. And it comes out soon, I think. Does anyone know when? Someone, I think, told me like October. And I didn't know it was that soon. So don't quote me, okay? Yes?
What's the greatest thing you've learned from doing the Full Metal series?
The greatest thing I've learned from doing the Full Metal series. Wow, what a deep question. You guys, usually I get, what's your favorite color? What did you eat for breakfast?
Could you tell us what you ate for breakfast?
Yes, I had a bistro box from Starbucks with a hard-boiled egg in it and some like peanut butter and bread and stuff. Okay. But anyway, back to the deep question. The whole idea of equivalent exchange, that you have to give something before you can get something, I think I kind of already knew that. I'm definitely one of those reap what you sow people, and there's no such thing as a free lunch and all of that. But this show really drives it home. I mean, in the first series, you heard it every time you watched an episode. Multiple times. So it's like, in case you didn't know, this is the theme, you know? And it definitely stuck. And the whole idea of sacrifice is an amazing part of the show. And I think that's what I took away the most. Yes?
I do a lot of like professional theater, and I find like when I'm like cast with another male lead, I not develop feelings, but you feel sort of like you love them so much just because you have that special chemistry with them. Do you feel like that with any of your male co-stars, like who you the character, like
Right.
Nick and Paul actually
Vic's my dear friend and has been for many years since we first started Full Metal, and when I met him in like 2004, I think, or 2004. But, you know, I think what's different about voice acting is that the chemistry, maybe you don't even get to hear it because perhaps the other actor has not recorded yet when you're there, and it's not like being in rehearsal for a play where you rehearse those intense moments over and over and over, and you're breathing the same air, and oh wow, they smell really good, and you know, stuff like that. So we don't have that experience in the booth. If anything, because I'm a fan too, I can really get into a certain pairing on screen, and like you really root for my character and whoever, or other characters within the show, just to get together. And I think that's something that fans do. And that's why we all love to come to cons and talk about it. And it's like, did you feel this way? Oh, I did too. Oh my gosh, I love so-and-so with so-and-so. And like, ah! Absolutely. So I guess yes and no is the answer. Yes?
Can you be a British accent?
Of course you can. What would you like me to say? Next question. Who has not asked a question? Back here in the hat.
How are you liking Canada so far?
I love Canada. Seriously, I love Canada. I love to come here. You guys are awesome. Canadians are like the nicest people, honestly. No, I really love it. I've been to Toronto, as you say. Not Toronto, because then you know I'm an American. So I've been to Toronto twice, and I've been to Edmonton, and I've been to Winnipeg. And every time I come to Canada, I'm so excited. Because at Montreal, I've been to Montreal. It's great here. It's so pretty, and it's just different enough, you know? Just different enough. Yeah, it's funny money. Well, I lived in Europe, so we have funny money there too. But yes, way to go, Canada. So you can tell all the other Canada conventions that I'm pro-Canada. I'll definitely come anytime you'll have me. Yes?
Is there any roles from like previous animes that you wish you had done? Like,
Yeah, that can always happen, especially when you watch a show and you just really love the character. It isn't so much that you don't like who already voiced it, but as an actor you can realize what a phenomenal role. That must have been very amazing. I was just talking to Veronica Taylor, whom I met for the first time this weekend, and about a show she did called His and Her Circumstances, which is one of my favorite anime of all time, and manga as well. And I told her like how much that show meant to me, because I was watching it when I was just a brand new voice actress. I think maybe before I even got a gig. And I said that show was just awesome, and she's a very serious actress. And so we were talking about acting things about it. And so, not that I want to redo it because she's great, but the role of Miyazawa in that show is so, it's just so meaty, and you just want to, so that would be awesome. I wish I could have been in that show. Otherwise, it's hard because we're all friends, like at Funimation. Like honestly, I don't know many people that I go, God, I hate them. Like that just isn't true. So maybe you're disappointed when you audition for something and you don't get the role that you want, but then almost immediately I go, I can't wait to hear what so-and-so is going to do with the part. And then when you hear it, you go, oh yeah, I couldn't have done that. So I'm really glad that it was them, and the show sounds great. So.